Next, we have the sum function, and sum is another word for addition. So when we use the sum function, we use it to calculate the sum of values. So we use it to add two or more values together. So we have a sum function. And let's say we want to find out the total. So we find the total number of reviews, right? Let's say we want to find out the total number of reviews within our books table. We can do that by using the sum function, and all we need to do is we type the keyword select. We have sum, and what's the column that we want to perform the function, the sum function on? This will be the reviews column from books. And what this would do would be to add together all the reviews we have in our table. So let's take a look at our table first. Select all from books. So let's run this first query. So all we're trying to do is we want to add up all of those reviews that we have to find out the total number of reviews we have within the books table. And we could call this as total reviews. Let's put an underscore. When we run this tells us we have 83,959 reviews. We can find out right now this is giving us the total reviews, but what if we want to find out the total reviews of a particular author within our table? Let's say we want to find out what the total review of Watson is, Sue Watson is. We can do the same thing by saying we say select the sum of reviews, and we use the same alias as total reviews. And now we can use, first we'll say from books. Now we can use our where clause, where author last name equals Watson. So what this would do is to, make some space. So this would return the total reviews we have for Watson. When we run this, it tells us we have 30,035 reviews for Watson. And we'll remember that Watson has 2 books, so this would be adding, let's take a look at that. So we have Sue Watson. Let's see. And I can find it, but I just want to order by, let's say, author last name. Let's say descendant. Okay. So we have Watson, and what we're doing right now is just add those 2 values together, and that gives us the 3,050, I believe. Okay. Let's again, yeah, 3,035. All right. So what else can we do? What if we want to find out the total number of books, so the count of books by our authors, but we also want to find out the sum of the pages, so the total number of pages by each of our authors. So let's say find the total count. Let's use total number of books and total pages of books by authors. So we want to see how many books each of our authors has, but we also want to find out what's the total number of pages of those books. So we want to add up all the pages together for each of the authors. So we have select, we want the count of title, which is a count of books. We want the sum. We want the sum of pages. Now we want our author first name. We want our author last name. Then we have from books. And now we want to group by author first name and author last name. And we can order, let's order by, what do we order by? Let's give an alias first as total, call this total books by. Doesn't look nice. Total, you know what? Let's do this. We haven't done this in a while. So let's say total books by author. Okay, and we'll call this, let's say as, let's say total number of pages. Alright. And now let's order by, what should we use? Let's order by total number of pages. Okay. And we can close that. And just gonna remove this, and we'll talk about this, those brackets in a later video. Sorry. Let's do this. Okay. All right. So when we run this, let's run this. So it tells us now. It shows us our author's first name and author's last name. We know we don't have any record for Peter McBride, but now we have the total number of pages, and for all of these are all just a single, just one book. But then for Grant Cardone, we have 2 books, and if we look at each of those books, the addition, it adds up to 496. Interestingly, Elizabeth Gilbert is also 496. And then we have, what else do you have? We have Sue Watson 604, Michael Crichton 960.